Today I'm going to review a fun lens from TTArtisan on my Fujifilm X-T5. Why fun? Because it is a tilt lens. The TTArtisan 35mm f1.4 tilt budget manual lens. Hello everyone, to those new to the channel, my name is Dreamy. I'm a professional travel photographer and I love reviewing lenses. So for more videos, subscribe and watch my older content. The lens is very well built. It is black with white and red markings. It is made from metal and glass. The mount is metal and it has no electronic contacts because this is a fully manual lens. This also means no EXIF data. This lens looks really nice, vintage vibes, and goes very nicely on my Fujifilm X-T5. The weight of the lens is 341 grams and it balances well on my camera. Not too front heavy. The filter thread is 52mm, the minimum focus distance is 35 cm, but more on this later. It has 10 diaphragm blades and the optical design is 7 elements in 6 groups. The focus ring and the aperture ring are made from metal and they turn nice and smoothly. They are very well damped, but the aperture ring is declicked. To rotate the lens to get the tilt angle you want, you need to use this metal screw to unlock and lock. The lens rotates 360 degrees and there is a click at every 15 degrees. For the tilt, you have to use this black screw to loosen the lens until you get the desired position and the effect you wanted. The lens cap is metal and fits the lens nicely. I took it off a lot of times to see if this will change and it didn't. Nice. The lens suffers from moderate focus breathing, but I've seen worse on lenses that are more expensive. Speaking about video features, this lens is great if you want to make interesting looking videos. From the miniature effect to isolating a subject or a certain part of the image. Chromatic aberrations, you can see some purple fringing wide open. The same with loca, longitudinal chromatic aberrations. For them to completely go away, you need to stop down to f4 or even f5.6. Flare, if you shoot wide open, well, you can see what's going on. You get flare and glare and the contrast is reduced because of this. You need to stop down for a better performance or find the lens hood. You know I like sun stars, and with this lens you get sun stars from f4. Stopping down further will give you nicer results. Now let me show you some examples between normal images and tilted images. This lens at f1.4 can give you some interesting subject separation and make images fun and dreamy. What is a tilt lens, you may ask? It is a lens that gives you creative control over focus and perspective. With its tilt function, you can shift the plane of focus, which lets you create those dreamy selective focus effects or correct perspective distortion in product and architecture shots. Now let's talk about image quality. At f1.4 the lens is a bit soft in the center, but you can see plenty of details. The corners are a blur. To get good image quality, you need to stop down to f2.8. Here the center looks great on the demanding 40 megapixel sensor of the X-T5. The corners look better, less vignetting and more details, but they are still softer than the center. To get sharp results from corner to corner, you need to stop down to f5.6. So that f1.4 is nice when you want to create dreamy special photos. Now let's talk about the minimum focus distance. At f1.4 the image is soft, but the autofocus background looks nice and smooth. You need to stop down to f4 to get good results. Overall a fun lens that is very well built. It is sharp from f2.8 and gives you some unique and dreamy results at f1.4. For the price, which is $169, it is a nice option in my opinion if you want to have fun. And not to forget, this could be a fun lens to experiment when it comes to video, as I showed you earlier. If this video was helpful, please subscribe, like and use the links in the description if you want to support the channel even more. Also check out my written reviews and preset packs on my website. Thank you for watching, see you next time.